Hi, howdy ho there. Today we're doing something similar to the last thing I did on a Binding of Isaac Let's Play. Or maybe second to last. Ignore that win streak, please. We're going to be trying to get the Lost. God save... Okay, that's a good starting item for this, actually. God save my soul. Because this is about to be miserable. There's a very good reason why I picked Azazel. It's not just because I'm a coward who needs this to be as easy as possible. Well, I am a coward who needs this to be as easy as possible, but it's not the only reason. It's because the challenge for actually getting the Lost, not only do I not remember it in its entirety, so if I fuck this up, I'm going to be ruined, but also because the actual challenge itself is much easier with this character, even more so than he usually makes things easier. I have no time to complain, I have no time to panic, I have no time to stress about anything. I just have to move and keep moving. And now hell has opened. Ooh, but Head of the Keeper is a good start. We've begun. Pain is about to rain upon me. In every respect. So this challenge, on the surface, it seems pretty simple. You have to assemble the shovel pieces, which you do by collecting this one, and I think, if I'm remembering correctly, doing the boss rush to get the second piece. And then you get to the dark room, where you fight the lamb, and you find a specific room there, you dig up this special little space, and then you unlock the Lost. A good character? Why did it have to be Cursed Eye? Why did I have to get Cursed Eye? This run might be boned already, but I'm not going to give up that easily. Azazel makes this easier because you have to dodge these feet the entire time. They do not leave you alone. You can use the first piece of the shovel that you get to deactivate them for the current room, which is pretty convenient. It means that I don't have to, panic during all of the bosses. Rainmaker. I was about to say Rainmaker is really easy, and it is. I'm also surprisingly bad at this game sometimes. I swear, I play my best when I'm off camera, and even when off camera, I don't always play very good. And at the end of the day, it's all a skill issue in its own right. Yeah. Okay, Holy Water, I'll take that, because stuns are great. I couldn't really dodge that rock without risking slowing down too much and getting stepped on. Why did it have to be the haunt? I hate the haunt sometimes. Like, not always, but I very often do hate the haunt. Just because of how it starts. Being that you can't actually move properly. Well, no, you can't actually do the fight properly distinctly because he just doesn't move for a little bit. Just because, you can't hit him for a little while. And it feels random how long that little while is. You're fucking kidding me, game. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. I hate you. I hate you. I actually hate you. I actually, genuinely, no exaggeration, hate you for that one. Okay, I need to finish. I think the first floor you need to finish in under a minute to actually start the challenge even. Okay, that's just so bad, though. That's just so bad, though. I'm not going to be restarting that much, because... Okay, sure. Okay, pentagram. I'm not gonna... Oh, I don't have any bombs. Shit. I need bombs. Give me bombs, please. If I don't get bombs, it's all for nothing. There's no reason to continue. Okay, now I'm just restarting a bunch, because that's just because I'm mad. Okay, I can't have an active item because that... Okay. Listen, I might be being a baby, but I have a good reason, okay? And that is that this challenge is nightmarish without good items. It is actually torment. That actually does nothing for me. That's actually the most useless piece of shit ever in this case, because I distinctly... Okay. This might be good. This might be good. The Hanged Man is not very good, because the only thing it does is nothing, in this case. Give me bombs. I need bombs, too. You know that game, right? Sometimes I'm gonna have to restart this just because of how the challenge is designed to force me to restart every single time without fail. And sometimes you get rooms that just serve to do nothing but delay you, and you can't get the timer done. I don't remember if it's 1 minute or 2 minutes, but if I remember correctly, it's 1 minute. So I need to be quick about this. And there's also no guarantee I'll have time to swing by the treasure room. Dingle Dangle. Dangle, an alternate version of Dingle, is very unpleasant. I don't like Dangle very much. Not because it's a hard boss, just because, again, super annoying. A lot of basement bosses I just find annoying. And Dangle is no exception, being just turbo ass for no good reason. I didn't hear that. This video is going to be a lot of me whining. That's what this video is. That's what this video is destined to be. It's just me complaining about a bunch of stuff. And now I've wasted time. Because if you get the wrong boss and it's too tanky to kill within the time limit, you're screwed. If you don't get any bombs, you're screwed. Just specifically trying to get the Lost is the most infuriating nightmare scenario that you could possibly get. I'm going to hold out that the treasure room has something bomb related, because I think after you beat the boss, you're free, your time is completely free. So, you know, you're free of the time constraint after the floor boss is dead. If I recall, which is another reason why Azazel's a good pick, because you can retroactively change your decisions. Okay, bombs. Nice. 2 of clubs means bombs. Awesome. Epic. Actually, enough bombs that I can also get this. This is not the start. This is the starting room. Alright. Time to suffer. I don't hate Gemini, but couldn't I have gotten something better? Like, come on. Alright, step on. Alright, help me out here. You can use these big stumpy feet to crush beggars. Or shopkeepers at least, but apparently not beggars. Damn it. But shopkeepers. I needed that. I'm gonna need a lot more. I'm trying to think of what this video's title is gonna be. I'm not going to take Cursed Eye. I just don't want to risk it. It literally does nothing. It either does nothing with this character, so there's no point, and I might as well just hope to get a dice shard and re-roll it. Because again, I can't have the d6 in this run. Sometimes... Okay, A-Wilds is nice, because if I use it, I think that counts as a floor decoration? Yes, it does. And to be safe... Oh, Gimpy, that's nice. Okay, Gimpy's good. Gimpy is very good. We are good. This isn't quite the same as trying to kill the beast. Hagar's Destruction, the Fool, Judgment. Okay, nice. Giving to beggars, however, given the situation, is going to be a bit harder than usual. Mom, can't you see I'm trying to give to charity, like the Lord our God tells us to? I'm being a good boy. Ignore that. No, but I'm being a good boy. Trust me, Mother. Have you no faith? Okay. I don't really like that one, so I'm gonna re-roll until I get something I either don't mind. Well, I don't mind BFF, but I would never take it if I had better options available. Because why would I? It's just not very good. Okay, I need to remember that I can't stand still. But I keep forgetting that as I try to... I pause to think on occasion, for even half a second, and it's just mistimed exactly with my mother's continued efforts to crush my skull beneath her foot. That Angel Room might save me. You can use the feat to also just step on your enemies. Okay, sort of a decent demonstration of that effect there, but not really. There ain't no stopping. Oh yeah, that's right, they can also open secret rooms for you. So it's not entirely inconvenient to have them around, it's just... You know, they are constantly trying to kill you. Which does make the game much more difficult. Also, I'm pretty sure holding the shovel piece means that you are guaranteed to get the boss rush even if you're late. So, there's that, which is pretty sweet. You know, if Gemini wasn't so slow at killing anything, I'd be more appreciative of him. It's a good item, usually. It's just, is he not very effective at keeping that lock on, you know? As long as I'm not holding the broken shovel, technically the effects don't apply, but... Doesn't mean I can actually let it go, because if I lose it, then the entire challenge is over. I can't actually finish it. Okay. I also, for some reason, have a hard time seeing the shadow on occasion of the giant smite coming down upon me. So it's a very good thing I got Dead Cat, actually, because it means I actually have some breathing room. Of course it's the haunt. Okay, I'm not dealing with those while I have to deal with this. Just no. It's not happening. Okay. Okay. Sure. We'll go with that. Sure. But no, that was entirely my fault. Okay. You want to try and reveal this secret room? Nope. Yeah, I'm not going to try that. I do not have the chutzpah to try that. And of course it had to be Lil Blub, because my life wasn't miserable enough already. It's not a hard boss, right? But it is kind of hard when there's no way to, like, move in the same place, if that makes sense. You just kind of have to constantly push yourself into areas where you can get hurt for no good reason. It's such a pain in the ass. Ugh. I only need to get to the dark room. That should be pretty easy. Normally, it would be. Normally, that's like a normal, pretty standard run. And with Azazel, it's particularly easy, because Azazel's a very easy character to play. Like, the lack of starting health seems like a huge drawback, and it kind of is. It's why it exists. But it's honestly, for the most part, easy to deal with, because not only do you get a lot of health ups, maybe, during your run, but also... Why'd it have to be a tears down? Okay, whatever. It's also weird how these are timed, because they're not actually on, like, a constant rhythm. What hit me? Was it one of those tears? I don't know, because I can't see the part of the screen sometimes. That's another thing about them, these feet. Sometimes you just don't get to see because of them. You know, if you need to hang in front of an enemy to, like, hit them properly... Okay, Botfly's pretty nice. I won't complain about Botfly. Botfly's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. You can already see him putting in work. Situations like that where I get hit by a mystery bullet I can barely see become a thing of the past. He's not as good as Sci-Fly at that. Not nearly as good as Sci-Fly, but if I recall, the challenge, like the raining feat does end after the boss rush is complete. So there is that to look forward to. Assuming I can get that far, and get good enough items that I can make it to the dark room without dying. And also not sucking enough that I can make it to the dark room without dying. Two things that are honestly less likely than me reaching... Well, yeah, less likely than me reaching the boss room before these feet crush me to death. I don't really need the 99... Oh, okay, that was just me being dumb. You see what I mean about me playing well enough to not... to actually get to the dark room after the feet leave me alone is unlikely. Yeah, no, this is going to be painful. Alright, leave me alone now. I'm so bad at this game. What hit me? Oh, he just spawns those things in an underground state, because obviously... I should probably not stand in front of him. Okay. Take a breather. Think carefully. Alright, a health up does nothing with this character. Well, it does nothing with this run. Because the moment that cat triggers again, I'm back to 1 health. But it does give me a little bit of redundancy against the Rain of Pain. You know... Okay. The chariot might actually be able to help me out quite a lot here. Yeah, also having to constantly move does push me into these guys a lot. Or might. It could, theoretically. Give me back the chariot. I want the chariot. Where is this last guy? Ooh, planetarium. I'd be a bit happier about that if I wasn't constantly running for my life. HP up. Venus is pretty good. Venus is one of the better HP ups in the game. Just because it does a little more than give you an HP up. It also has a nice effect that makes some enemies much easier to deal with. Because some enemies will adopt behaviors that contradict their usual super annoying behaviors. The Two of Hearts, I need that right now. I still want the treasure room, so I'm gonna keep leave the boss alone for now. Circle back. Grab my chariot. And head to the treasure room. Because the chariot can also help me here. No, that's not the treasure room. Treasure room here? Not quite. Like, those guys would be a bit more annoying in this scenario if I didn't have, Oh, wait, that's right. The feet stomping is also constantly getting hosts to come out and ruin my day. Or they would with their usual behaviors. But thanks to Venus, those behaviors are mitigated. Again, with the hosts, I think I'm free from the room and I can just move on, but then, oops, stepped on a skull, host, power, and then you're back to square one, in a way. But hey, I have a lot of money, so that's at least got that going for me. Why'd it have to be these guys? It's kind of annoying to just chase around all day. Oh, PhD, that's good. That's really good. Okay, this might be the run. I'm having actually a pretty good time. Diplopia. I can't hold on to this. So what I'll do is, I'll use it to get Mom's box. Alright, an OK trinket, it looks like. An extra soul heart. And that's it. But also 2 base shovel pieces, which doesn't work. All negative pills have been transformed into their positive counterparts, so there's that. I've got that going for me. I haven't actually done this one yet. I only recently actually unlocked a bunch of the new bosses. So the pile I've never actually had to fight before. I don't like him already. That's partially because I got surprised, and I don't like surprises when it comes to bosses. Okay, this attack's actually really easy to avoid. I was just not sure what to expect. And so is that one. Okay, no, this guy's actually a bitch. Never mind, I do like getting this guy. Now watch. Okay, we're getting there. Just next floor, and then we're good. We're golden. We're Gucci. Basically, once this floor's done, we get the boss rush, and then the feet rain stops. And then this challenge gets a lot easier. I figured this would go worse than it actually wound up going. So you know what? Hats off to me. I'm going to take full credit for this as purely an act of skill. I'm going to say in confidence that this is because I am a god, an Adonis at this game. 200 hours of wasted life was actually worth it, and I am too cool to fail. But in all seriousness, I've gotten inordinately lucky today. Of course, it had to be something I can't use. I'm gonna keep whining even if my luck is insanely good most of the run. I'm gonna let you know that. Because that is a bad habit of mine. Okay. Steam Sale double charge, which is actually pretty nice with the shovel. Because it means... Okay, also, I'm just gonna... Because I can... Actually, you know, I'll use a shovel just so I can do this. Because I want to see what happens when I get the donation machine to 500. I'm assuming something cool happens. And if nothing happens at all and I don't unlock anything, I'm going to be sad. And angry. I'm going to be sangry. That was terrible. Please, next time, viewer, when you watch these videos, please find a way to reach into the past and tell me not to say the thoughts that are in my head. And to immediately abandon a lot of my jokes, honestly. That one included. But actually, by inciting that challenge, I have now affirmed that it cannot be done. Either because time travel cannot exist, as people sometimes think. Oh wait, can the feet not actually spawn here because it's the mother boss fight? That might actually be the case. Oh wait, that's right, you can't actually go any other way but down. Oh my god, Cricket's head though? Okay, anytime I complain on this run, anytime further from now, just remember that it's completely unjustified, and that I'm being a baby. Or at least until I feel wronged again. In which case, it's totally justified, and the game throwing me a few bones does not justify my misery in any way. Okay, so I can keep the fetal for about half of these. Okay, what was that? What hit me there? How did that hit me? Oh, I get it. He's spitting black balls. Oh, you. Just the way I usually fight a lot of bosses, I can't do anymore. Sometimes it is helpful to be able to stand still and just keep the damage focused. Especially when you get great items like... With the bloat, it's particularly evident because he has a lot of area control. I honestly don't hate the bloat as much as I used to, because I've gotten better at the game. It might surprise you, but yes, I do actually improve when I play video games. And when I do anything. If my art is anything to go by, it has gotten better. Even in just like a few weeks. Like a week or like 2 weeks of doing this. It has gotten minusculely better, but still better. Okay, I'm gonna save this for when the bosses are just really atrocious. Because there are some atrocious bosses in this boss rush, sometimes. It's technically 30 total selected bosses out of the way more than 30 that there are in the game. Okay, these guys just kind of are beefy and annoying, so I'm just gonna... Specifically, Peep is beefy and annoying. The other guy, Mask of Infamy, is whatever. He's kind of got a cool gimmick. You know, seems chill. Feel because Dinkle has a little more health than you'd expect. And also because I can now. Because I I'm nearing the end of this misery. Okay, I hate the adversary. I don't need to justify my actions anymore. I unironically have enough uses now to where I don't have to put up with defeat another time this run. Disabled. And the last two I get are pretty easy. And shovel complete. Which counts as a yes mother for some reason. Anyways, now I just need to get to the dark room, keep the item charged enough to use for that room. What does it actually do when you're not there, if nothing else? Creates a trapdoor next to the next floor, or to a crawl space. Okay, so it's just a slightly better regular shovel because it uses less charges. I do believe, if I remember the crawl space criteria, actually, I can use this thing really nicely to make this run a lot easier. Which I deserve to do. I know what the crawl space conditions are, and they're very interesting. I'm pretty sure if you just do it on a floor decoration, if you just use like shovel items on floor decorations, like that little splotch of something over there, then automatically you get a crawl space. Like, watch. Yep. Crawl space. I don't know if I want Dr. Fetus, though. That just seems really dangerous. Like, normally I'm all for that because it's super fun and, you know, very powerful, but I don't think I want to risk this run. It's been going so well. Ooh, range up as Azazel's always welcome. Boom. I'm closer, ever so slightly, to a real brimstone. Okay. I can relax. You can't make more than one crawl space every floor, so I'm just gonna lay off that until we get to the final alley. Finale. Finarly. Gnarly, dude. The only reason I'm gonna fight the bosses is because, you know, the items are nice. Because I could use this shovel to just ignore them all entirely and go straight to where I want to be. And be done with this stupid challenge. But I swear, this feels like it's easier now than it was when I was first attempting it. And I can't tell if that's because I've gotten inordinately lucky this time around, or if it's because I'm genuinely better at the game. I didn't mean to actually pay for that, but seeing as there's very little use for keys at this rate, it's probably fine. That was entirely my fault getting hit there. I was just being stupid. This video is going to be shorter than than trying to beat Isaac with Lilith, which is very strange to me. Do I go for Blue Baby? I don't. Well, no, it's not Blue Baby. It's Hush. I'm getting the two mixed up, but you know, I don't think I have to go for Hush this time around. I might do a drawing of how I sit and just put that in this video if I want to. Because I sit real weird. It also would be a nice exercise, because I have learned how to do simple posing figures. You just use cylinders. You just make like these simple stickmen out of cylinders, and you can pose them really easily. Because, you know, the cylinder's position determines the pose. it's a very nice little thing you can do. And, you know, you can use that also to create a baseline for, you know, any other character. Things raining from the sky. I thought I was done with this. Oh, wait, I missed a soul heart. Damn it. Well, I'm not going back in there. Just for a soul heart. This run's going so good. Why would I waste time on something so trivial? But I am actually sweating right now because for some reason I'm still moving super sporadically despite the fact that I don't have to anymore. Didn't take a single hit. Alright. Now, fighting the devil. Or do I can go for Hush. I'm going to do something so stupid. This is stupid. This is a really bad idea. I could throw the entire run away. Okay, but Jacob's Ladder is a good start. Robo Baby. Not amazing, but honestly, pretty good. Okay, and this is a really good shop. Okay, never mind. We are actually hitting it off so good right now. Power Pill, don't really care. One makes you small, makes it easier to hit anything. I just need enough keys to get by. Okay, Coat Hanger literally does nothing. Because, you know, past a certain point you... For some... I kind of don't like that. I hate that some Tears Ups just lose their effects once you have a certain tier rate, but... I'm so glad I don't have to move sporadically for this, because hitting this guy otherwise would be such a pain in the ass. Jacob's Ladder... What a godsend. Admittedly, I was apprehensive about this, then I got Jacob's Ladder, and I knew. I was okay. I was going to be okay. Because it's a very strong item. Well, I really don't want to lose all this extra health I've built up due to, like, that cat trigger. Don't get me wrong, I love getting my life saved by some bullshit, but I kind of don't like how little damage Power Pill's doing here. Botfly is really popping off here. Oh, and some health drops because of something else I have, no doubt. That's going to be real nice. Yeah, keep spawning these guys. Keep on making it so that even if you hit me, it doesn't really matter. Okay, never mind. Doing Hush was a great idea. I also don't know if I've actually done Hush as Azazel. I think I have. Just for some reason I forgot. Actually, I can check. Yeah, I have. I still need to do Mother as Azazel. And, of course, the final boss. What I keep forgetting what it's actually called. The Beast, I believe. I've done that with a couple characters now. Like, I think literally 2. I tried to do today, like not for a video, just on my own, a hard run of Isaac to that point. Got pretty far, but tripped up at the end, and, well, you know. Then I remembered I can just do the Lost, and he's dead. I don't even necessarily need to beat the lamb to succeed in this challenge. I just need to get the Lost, which is easy as hell. I don't remember if crawl space. I think crawl spaces can spawn on these floors. I just need to do it properly. Yeah. Oh, Seraphim's not bad at all. Not very useful at this stage in the game. It doesn't really have that much damage, but you know, by all means, she is welcome here. Angels are genderless beings. So by definition, they would be a they. I don't like the tower. Truth be told, the tower kind of sucks. But Curse of the Tower is even worse. Curse of the Tower is just the tower, but it triggers every time you take damage, which with Pyromaniac is fun. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. With Pyromaniac, that's a ton of fun. Some shot speed, even though usually it would also give me tear rate, which is what I really want. I would really love some tear rate, if I'm being honest. Guppy's head does nothing. Give it to me. Give me something nice. Some spiders. Honestly, they just do some initial damage. Oh, he's getting shredded. He is shredded. Like, I mean, look at him. What's a beefcake like that doing beefing with God? Go get on Mr. Olympia, my guy. Alright, and now we can go to the room where we get the Lost. If the Devil Deal items from the chests here are good, all the better, but, okay. This one is good. The rest, kind of hit or miss. I don't really care about them. Also, false PhD, just kind of terrible. Like, small damage up for actively losing one of the best ways to get, like, easy stat ups for everything else that makes damage even better. Like, why would you want that? I know that the room we're looking for is a 1x1. So it's not here. Ooh, the wafer! That's such a good pickup here, dude. Oh my god. I know exactly what the room we're looking for looks like, is the thing, because I've seen it before. Here it is. The Forgotten. New character. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. The Forgotten and the Lost are two different characters, aren't they? Shit. I've been saying it wrong this entire time. It's okay, because the Lamb, super easy fight in this stage. And I finally get out of that -9, probably more now because, you know, I did lose a few early runs here. Win streak. Nah, I'm good without a victory lap. And that's game. So I do believe that means that if I look at my charter, the Forgotten. Indeed, he's here. So you're going to have to forgive me for saying the Lost this whole time. But other than that, I mean, yeah, this went pretty well. It's like half the length of the other one, so there's that. But yeah, that was fun. A lot easier than I thought it would be. Have a good one.